In today's modern society, people search online and they expect quick answers. And that's where an online directory comes handy. A directory website acts like a modern day Yellow Pages, combining listings for businesses, real estate, organizations, and much more. So in this video, we are going to take a look at how we can create an online directory website using WordPress and the most powerful page builder, that is Divi. And we are going to cover everything step by step, starting from booking your domain and hosting, installing the premium Divi theme, and creating our directory listings on our WordPress website. So if that sounds interesting, then let's dive in. My name is Ankit and you're watching Elegant Themes YouTube channel, the makers of the Divi Page Builder. Now before we proceed, I would like to mention that all the links, resources and plugins that we are going to use or recommend in this video, we have added the links to all of them in the video description below. So if you want to check out details about any one of them, you can go ahead and check out the link in the video description below. And some of the links might be our affiliate links. So if you use those links to make your purchase, we might earn a little bit of kickback, which is not going to cost you anything extra, but it's definitely going to help us create more helpful and free content just for you. And if you want to read about each and every step that we are going to cover in this video, we have created a complete blog post that you can follow and create your website using Divi. So if you want to follow along and read the blog post, we are going to leave a link for that in the video description below. So let's talk about the step number 1, that is booking our business domain. Now a domain is your online identity for your business, which people are going to search online in order to find your business on the internet. So we need to make sure that the domain that we are going to book for our business should reflect the identity of our business. So before you go ahead and book your business domain, make sure you check few things. Number 1, make sure you book a domain name which is exact match of your business or your brand name, so that it's easy for your offline customers to find your business online. Number 2, make sure you always go for a .com domain extension first. But in case if .com domain extension is not available for your business or your brand name, then you can look for other domain extensions as well. But your first priority should always be a .com domain extension. Number 3, and this one is really important, make sure you book a domain from a website which gives you free domain privacy, which means all the contact information that you provide while booking your domain will always be kept private with the domain registrar. Otherwise, your contact information will be visible publicly and you are going to get a lot of spam emails and phone calls. And I'm sure as a business owner, you don't want to spend time handling that. So that's why you should always book your domain from a website which allows free domain privacy. And for this one, we always recommend websites like namecheap.com, which offers a wide variety of domain extensions at some amazing prices. And above all, you get a domain privacy for free of cost for lifetime. And if you want to get some exclusive deals on the domain that you're going to book, make sure you check out the link in the video description below. And once you click on that link, you will land up on page like this one. And here you just need to type in your business name. So let's say we try to book this domain and we are going to search for a .com extension. And once we enter the desired domain name, we just need to click on search to check if the domain is available or not. And this one shows available, so we can just go ahead and click on add to cart and then click on our cart on the top right corner. And let's click on view cart. So on this cart page, we can see we are going to book this domain for 1 year. And along with that, we are also getting a domain privacy for free of cost forever, which means that whenever we are going to renew our domain, we are going to get the domain privacy free. So you don't have to spend anything extra to protect your privacy. And once everything looks fine, you can just go ahead and click on confirm order. And you will be redirected on the checkout page where you can do the payment using your credit card, or maybe you can use PayPal as well. Now let's move on to the next step, that is booking our website hosting. Now think of web hosting as your website's home. It stores your website files and makes them accessible to your visitors. Now there are various hosting providers available, including SiteGround, Pressable, Flywheel, and Cloudways, as you can see here on our Divi hosting page. Now these providers offer hosting designed for WordPress and Divi. So an optimized WordPress hosting ensures that your website is fast, safe, and well equipped to run WordPress. And these hosts are designed to run Divi flawlessly. Now of the four, we are going with SiteGround because it offers the most value for money, which is great for a beginner. SiteGround offers free email, site migration, SSL certificate, and one-click WordPress install. If you want to learn more about the web hosting that we recommend, make sure you check out the link in the video description below, or you can visit elegantthemes.com/hosting. Now, in order to get best deals with the SiteGround hosting plans, make sure you click on the link in the video description below, and this is going to take you to the SiteGround website. And here you can just click on Get Started and choose your suitable plan. So let's say we go with starter plan, which starts with $2.99 per month. So let's click on Get Plan. Now some website hosting company also provide a free domain for first year, and that's the case with SiteGround as well. If you want to book a new domain, you can enter the domain here and then click on Continue, and you will get a free domain for first year. But in case if you have already purchased your domain, you can go ahead and click on Existing Domain and then enter your domain name here and then click on Continue. So you can enter your existing domain name here and then click on Continue. And after that, you will have this checkout page where you first need to enter your account information. So here you can enter your email address, a strong password to create your SiteGround account. And after that, you just need to enter some client information. And after that, we have the payment information where we can enter our card details. And if we scroll down at the very bottom, here we can see the order summary says we are getting this hosting plan for 1 year for $35.88 only. So you can go ahead and do the payment and complete the checkout process, and I'll see you on the other side. Alright, so after booking our hosting provider, it's time to install WordPress on it. Now there are various ways by which you can install WordPress, but thanks to the auto install feature of SiteGround, which helps you install WordPress in just a few clicks. Let me show you how. So once we are done with the purchase of our hosting plan, we will see this dashboard once we log in our SiteGround account. And from here, we need to go to websites. And this is the panel where it will show all the websites that we are going to host with this hosting plan. So as we are going to add a new one, so we click on New Website. And here we again get an option to book a new domain, or we can link our existing domain with this hosting account. Or if you want to just see how everything works, how you can use the hosting panel and various other stuff, you can use the temporary domain from here. And once you connect your domain, we will land up on this page where we can either start a new website or we can migrate already existing WordPress website to our SiteGround account. But right now we are going to build everything from scratch. So we are going to click on Start New Website and then click on Select from here. And after that, we can choose whatever application we want to install. So here we have option for WordPress. We can install WordPress along with WooCommerce, that is the e-commerce plugin for WordPress, or we can also install Weebly Site Builder. But right now, let's go ahead and install WordPress from here. So we click on Select. And here we need to enter the email address that we are going to use to log in our WordPress setup. And after that, we need to enter the password to log in our WordPress backend. So I would highly recommend that you go ahead and click on Generate so that you can have a strong password for your login. And after that, we just need to click on Continue. And after that, we have an option to add Site Scanner as an additional service. So we can go ahead and skip that and click on Finish. Now it's going to take a few seconds to do all the backend stuff, and we will be ready with our fresh WordPress copy installed on our SiteGround hosting server. Alright, so we are done with our setup, and here we have three options. We can go and visit the front end of our website. So let's click on this. So this is how the WordPress front end looks like, and we are going to customize everything here. And after that, we have an option to access the WordPress backend. So we can click on this and it will take us to the WordPress backend. But let's go ahead and click on websites. And here we have our website, which we have just created on the SiteGround hosting server. So in order to log in the WordPress backend, we can simply choose the WordPress admin button right here. Let's click on this. And this is going to redirect us to the backend of our WordPress setup. So here is the welcome screen of WordPress starter from SiteGround itself. So let's click on exit this wizard. And here we are in a fresh copy of our WordPress setup. Alright, so once we are done with setting up WordPress on our hosting server, it's time to install the Divi theme. Now in order to download the Divi theme, we need to go to elegantthemes.com, and here if you have not purchased the Divi theme yet, you can go ahead and click on the pricing plan here. And here you will get two pricing plans. Along with that, you can also check the lifetime price for the Divi theme, and you can check out all the details about the pricing plan and choose the one which suits best for your requirement. If you want to use the power of Divi AI, then you need to go for the Divi Pro plan, which is right now at $277 per year. And once you are done with the purchase, you just need to click on My Accounts and then click on Product Downloads. And it's going to take you to the members area, and in the themes and plugins section, here you can see the download Divi theme button. So let's click on this. And this is going to download the zip file for the Divi theme. And once we have downloaded the zip file, we now need to go back to our WordPress backend and go to Appearance and then click on Themes. And here right now we have the default 2024 theme. So let's go ahead and click on Add New Theme. And then we will click on Upload. And then we will choose the zip file that we have just downloaded. So let's click on this. And here is the zip file that we have just downloaded. Let's select that and then click on Install Now. Alright, so now the theme is installed. Let's go ahead and activate the Divi theme. So we are going to click on Activate button from here. And now we have installed Divi theme on our WordPress setup. Now the next step is to activate the Divi license so that we can start using the Divi theme on this website. Now in order to activate our license key, we can go to the left hand side navigation, and here we have theme options. Let's click on that. And from here we need to go to updates, and here we need to enter our username as well as our API key. So once again we need to go to elegantthemes.com, and in my account section I will go to username and API key, and here we have the username. So we click on this and it will get copied automatically, and then come back here and paste it under the username section. And for the API keys, I'm just going to click on this key here, which is again going to get copied automatically, and then come back here in my backend and then paste the API key here and click on Save Changes. And with that, we have successfully activated Divi license on this WordPress setup. Now just in case if you want to use Divi on multiple websites, so you can go ahead and generate separate API key for each website you are working on. So for that, you need to come back here in your members account, and under API keys, we have an option to generate new API key. So this is going to give you a new unique API key that you can use on any other website. And just for your reference, you can also add a label here, which makes it easy for you to track the API key which you are using on a particular website. So as we are in the Divi theme options right now, so let's go ahead and check what are the other options we have here. So after adding our API key, we can now move on to the first step, that is General. And here we have a lot of options that we can use to customize our Divi website. Starting with the first option where we can upload our logo for our business. So we can click on Upload from here, and from the media library, we can choose a preloaded image and use it as our logo. Along with that, we can also play around if you want to use the fixed navigation bar. And we can also set the default colors for our website. So this is going to be really helpful to keep the color consistency on all the pages of our website. And if you scroll down, there are a lot of other options that you can play around with. After that, we also have an option to customize the navigation of our website. And after that, we have an option for Builder. So we can enable where we want to use the Divi Builder to create our pages, post, and other custom post types. So we can use the Divi Builder on all the post types on this website. After that, we have layout. So here we can choose which item to display on the blog post section, and we can also play around with the other settings of blog post. And after that, we also have an option to customize the ad display on this website, and we can also do settings related to SEO. And after that, if you want to play around with some advanced settings, we can also add some custom codes in header and footer or anywhere on this website. And if you want to deep dive in each and every option of Divi Theme Customizer, then we have created a separate video for that, which you can watch after this video. So we are going to link that in the video description below. Alright, so if we come back here in Appearance and then go to Themes, here we can see we have activated the Divi theme, and now we can get rid of all these default themes just to keep it clean here. So let's go ahead and click on Theme Detail and click on Delete. Alright, same for this one. And same for this one as well. Alright, so now we only have the Divi theme installed on this setup. Alright, so let's start by creating our home page first. So here from our WordPress dashboard, we go to Pages and we click on Edit for our home page. And then we will click on Edit with Divi Builder from here. And this is going to give us three options. First, we'll be building from scratch. So we will be using all the elements. So we will be using all the rows, columns, and different Divi modules to create the page from the ground up. Or we can choose the second option where we get all the pre-made layouts we need to create any kind of website. So we will be able to create our entire site by just using the pre-made layouts. Or the third one, we can use the Divi AI, in which we just need to give a small description or a prompt for the page that we want to create, and the Divi AI will take care of the rest. So first, let's see how we can use the pre-made layouts, and then I'll show you how you can use the Divi AI to create the entire web page. So let's click on Browse Layouts from here. And this is the Divi library where you will have a lot of templates and layouts that you can use to create any kind of website. So no matter what kind of website you are trying to build, chances are you will be able to find a layout for it in this template library. And just in case, if you are not able to find the exact match, then you will be able to find something similar that you are trying to create and then edit that using the easy to use Divi page builder. So let's say we are building a real estate website with property listing on it. So let's search for a real estate template. So here we have some templates for a real estate website. So if we check on this, so all these templates are part of our template library for this real estate website. So if we click on home page, here we can see the preview of the home page design. And if we click on the view live demo, we can open this in a new tab where we can see the full screen demo of this website. And now in order to import this template in our WordPress setup, we just need to click on use this layout. And this is going to take a few seconds to import all the stuff. And here it's asking us to import design presets, so we will click on import. Alright, so after adding our homepage layout, this is how the homepage looks. And it looks pretty clean and professional for a real estate website. And we can surely use that to create our real estate directory website. And as we can see, we are right now in the Divi Visual Builder. So we can click on any of these elements and start editing that. For example, if you need to add any text here, we just need to type in the text that you want to add, and this is how it's going to work. In the same way, we can go ahead and update all these images and change all the stylings for this page. And once we are done with everything, we can just click on Publish to publish this page and then click on Save. And now we can just exit the Visual Builder and we are back on the front end of our site, and this is how our page looks. So this is how easy and fast it is to create any kind of web page using the pre-made layouts from Divi library. Now once we are done with designing the home page of our website, let's go ahead and create other pages, and after that we are going to cover how we can add all these pages in our primary navigation. So let's come back here in our WordPress backend, and in order to create a new page, we need to go to Pages, and here we have already designed our home page. We have a sample draft page for privacy policies, and we already have a sample page which we can get rid of, and then we can create a new page. Let's say we want to add another page like About Us or maybe a contact page. So let's do that. So first we click on Add New Page, and then let's call it About Us. Let's click on Publish, and then let's click on Add New again. And this time we will call it Contact Us and publish this page as well. And maybe we also want to add a blog page. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's call it blog and then publish. Alright, so now we can come back here in our backend. Here we can see that the pages that we have created are in random order. We want our home page on the top of the list. Then maybe we can add About Us, then Contact Us, and then blog, and privacy page or terms and condition pages. They can come lower in the list. So let's see how we can rearrange this list. So first, for our home page, we need to click on Quick Edit from here. And then in the order, we will make it as 1 and then click on Update. After that, for About Us page, we will click on Quick Edit. We will mark the order as 2. Let's update this. And for the contact page, we will mark it as maybe 3. And same for the blog page, we will mark it as order 4. And then for maybe the privacy policy page, we will mark it as 10, maybe at the bottom. In between, we can add more pages. So let's update this. And now if we refresh this page, we can see our pages are now rearranged. So we have home on the top, then about us, contact, blog, and privacy policy at the very bottom. Now once we have created our pages, let's go ahead and use these pages to create our navigation menu. So for that, we need to go to Appearance and then click on Menus. And here we first need to give a name to the menu that we want to create. So let's say we call it Top Menu. And then we also check mark this as our primary menu so that it will get replaced on our header. So let's click on Create Menu. And then we can add our pages here. So we click on Select All and then Add to Menu. Once again, we can rearrange the items here. So let's take Home on the top. Then comes About Us. Then comes Contact Us. And after that, we have Blog Page. Let's click on Save Menu in order to save our changes. And now if we open this website in the front end, so here we have our navigation in the website header. It's time to set the page that we have named as home as the home page of our website, so that whenever any visitor try to open our domain name in the web browser, they will land on the page that we define as our home page. In this case, we are going to define our page named as home as our home page. So for that, we need to go to Settings and then click on Reading. And here we have an option, Your Home Page Display. So we are going to choose a static page here. And then for the home page, we can select the page name here. So here we can see our pages are getting listed here. So we can make any page as our home page. But right now we will select the page named as home. And we can also set a page for our blog post, but we are going to leave it as it is. And then we will click on Save Changes. If we come back here on our pages, we can now see this page is showing as front page. So now whatever content we want to show on the home page of our website, we need to add it on this page. So once we have created all the pages for our website, let's see how we can use the Divi Visual Builder to create or edit any page as we want. So let's say we have a sample page here and we want to edit this with Divi. So let's click on Edit with Divi. And this is how your page will look once you are inside the Divi Visual Builder. And everything in the Divi Visual Builder is divided into 3 parts. Number 1 is the parent section, which holds everything. And under that, we have a row which we can divide into different columns. And under that column, we can add different modules. Like in this case, we have a text module here. Now let me show you everything from the very beginning. So let's go ahead and remove everything from here. So we delete this section. And as soon as we clear everything, we will get this pop-up which will ask us to add a row. So here we can select if we want to add a single column, double, triple, or any other structure. So let's say we want to first add a single column layout. Let's click on this. And now it's asking us in this particular row where we have selected one column, what module we want to add. So once again, let's say we want to add a text module. So here is your text module and let's click on this. So here we have the sample text from our text module. And here we have a pop-up which we can drag anywhere on the screen to control the module settings. Now what I personally like is to drag this pop-up to the very left and stick it to the left of the screen so that I can control every setting on the left and I can see the preview on the right. Now whatever module we add on our page, we will always get this setting pop-up or the left-hand panel if you stick it on the left. And this is controlled by 3 tabs. Tab number 1 is content, where we do all the editing and content stuff. And after that, we have a design tab where we can control all the styling of the particular module. And after that, we have the advanced tab, which controls the advanced settings of that particular module. So in this case, here in the content section, we can add whatever content we want. And then we can choose a background image or a background color for this module. So let's say we add a color like this one to make it a little bit of gray shade. After this, we can go to design, and here we can play around with all the stylings. Let's say we go to text, and maybe we can change the font size, or maybe we can play with letter spacing and everything that you can imagine to style your module. And once we are done with all the editing, we can go to this green check mark here. If we click on this, it's going to save our changes. Now you can go ahead and add as many sections or rows to create your entire page. Let's say inside this same section, we want to add another row, but this time we want to add a 2-column layout. So we mouse over here below this row, and we now see a green plus icon here, which means that it is going to add a new row. And here we have the structure of 2-column. So we click on this, and now we get the 2 gray plus icon, which means that we need to add one module on the left and second module on the right hand side column, which means that we can add modules in left column as well as on the right column. So maybe on the left hand side, you want to add some text like this one. So I'll leave the sample text here, and maybe on the right hand side in the second column, we want to add an image module. So we click on this image module here, and right now we will leave it as it is with the placeholder image, but we can always go ahead and delete this and upload the image from our media library, or even generate from AI, which we are going to try in few minutes. And once we are done, just simply click on this green check mark here, and all the changes will be saved. So this is just a quick overview of how you can design your entire page using Divi Visual Builder. Now, if you want to deep dive into this and learn what advanced layouts you can create using Divi Visual Builder, I would highly recommend that you go ahead and check out the video that we will link in the description below, so that you can learn everything about the Divi Visual Builder. So once you are done with this video, make sure you go ahead and check the video description below to learn more about Divi Visual Builder. And now we can just click on these 3 dots and then click on publish to save our changes to publish this page if you are doing it first time, or click on save if the page is already published. And then we can just click on exit Visual Builder, and then we will land on the front end of this page. Now let's go ahead and install the plugin which we are going to use to create this directory website. And the plugin that we are going to use for this video is the Business Directory plugin. And using this plugin, you will not just be able to create a real estate property listing website, but you can create any kind of directory website using this plugin. They have their different paid plans depending upon your need. But to start with, and for this video, we are going to use their free version. So we come back here in our WordPress backend, and if we go to plugins and then click on add new, and here in the search bar, we are going to type in Business Directory plugin. And here we have the free version of the Business Directory plugin. Let's go ahead and install it and then click on activate. Now once the plugin is installed, we will come back here in the plugin directory, and we can see our plugin showing right here. So let's go to settings for this plugin. Now before we start checking out the settings for this plugin, at the bottom right corner we have an option to create required pages. Now we are building this directory website, so it definitely requires some specific pages which are going to list down our categories and all the listings that we are going to create. And this plugin is going to create those pages for us. So let's go ahead and click on create required pages for me. And this is going to take care of all the required pages that need to be created. Alright, so it says we are all set. We can visit our new business directory page. So let's open this in a new tab and see how it looks. So right now it is empty. We have a single category that is general, and we can add more listings here using this add listing button. And we are also going to redesign this page. And now here, let's take a look at what are the options available. So first, on the general tab, we have an option to add the license key. So if you purchase their pro plan, you will be able to add the license key here. After that, we have an option for SEO. Here we have an option for the permalinks for the category page. So we can go ahead and edit the slug here. So instead of this random category slug, we can enter something like property_type. So depending upon what kind of directory website you are building, you can name the category slug here. And same goes for the tag. We can call it property_tag, and then click on save changes. After that, we have an option for spam. So here, in order to avoid any spam, we can add the reCAPTCHA on this site. So you can choose version 2 or maybe you can choose version 3. So you can get the details from the Google account and enter it here. After this, we have an option for registration. So here we can define how the user will be able to submit the listing. Do they require any registration? So you can go ahead and change all the settings from here. And after that, we have an advanced tab, and this you can use if you are using any advanced functionality. After that, we have an option for listings. So here we can control the settings for our directory listings. So per page, we can show 10 or whatever number we want. And we have an option to turn on listing renewal option. So if in case you want to add a payment option to add listings, we can turn this option on to add the renewal option for the listing. And there are various other settings that you can go through, and they are pretty straightforward for creating a listing. After that, we have an option for searching. So here we can select what kind of search term people can enter to search the listing on the website. And then comes the categories. So here we can define how the category is going to list down, and we can assign the order, and we can also show the category post count. So it will show how many number of listings has been added in a particular category. After that, we have a contact form option. So this is going to add a contact form for all the listings so that your visitors can contact regarding a particular listing. After that, we have buttons, which we can use to add buttons on various places on our site. And then we have an option for sorting as well. Then comes down an option for email. So here again, you can define all the settings regarding the email and how it will be displayed on the website. And then we have an option for payment. So here you can add the payment gateway to accept payments to add listings on your website or for the renewal as well. And then comes an option for appearance. So here we can define the button style. We can define how our image is going to look. So we can customize all of this in just the free version of this plugin. If you notice, on the left hand menu, we have a new option added. It says directory. And if you click on directory content and using the add listing button, we can create a new listing in our directory website. So if you click on this, and here it's going to open the page editor, which looks very familiar like a normal page or a blog post, but with some advanced features. On the top, we can give the heading for our listing. And here we can add some sample content for the listing. And after that, we have option for various fields for this property for creating this listing. And then we can click on images for creating this listing on our site. So let me just quickly go ahead and fill up all these details, and I'll see you on the other side. So we have just added the sample content. So let me show you what we have done here. First, we gave the listing title. Then we just entered a sample description here. And after that, we have some listing details. So here on the tab 1, we have fields, and on tab 2, we have images. So first we need to enter the URL, which could be a referral URL for the listing. And then we have the link text that will be displayed on the link. After that, we have the listing phone number, email address, the physical address. And if we scroll down, we have the zip code. And then we have the owner of the listing, which we can change from here. And once we enter the detail, we can now move on to the images tab. Here we can add images. So we can upload from our media library, or we can upload it from our computer itself. And the first image that we are going to add will always act as the thumbnail. And even if you just drag and shift the second image on top, this will now become the thumbnail image. So make sure you keep that in mind, that your first image will always be the thumbnail. And then if we come on to the right hand side, we go to listing. Here we have the basic details about the listing. We have the status as published because I have already published it, the date, and we have the URL for this, and the author, and the basic details just like any other blog post or page. After that, we can choose the category of listings, and from here you can add a new category as well. And below this, we have the Divi page setting, how the page is going to look like. So you can select left sidebar, right sidebar, or no sidebar at all. So we go with no sidebar. And then we have the listing information. So it says the payment plan right now is set on free listing. And then we have the amount. So it's free because it's a free listing. And then we have the other details as well, which we can edit. And once we enter all these details, we can just simply click on save and our listing will be saved. And if you come back here, This is the listing that we have just created, and just like any other blog post or page, we can do all the quick edits from here. So let's go ahead and see how it looks in the front end. So this is how our listing looks like. We have our thumbnail, we have the details, we have the listing category and the description that we have entered, and here we have the official website link, and then we have the second image acting as a thumbnail. And after that, we have a form which people can fill to send an inquiry. Now this listing page looks pretty flat, and we can definitely go ahead and do some editing in this so that we can have a better design. So let's do that. So in order to edit the design of our listing page, we need to create a new template using the Divi theme builder. So we come back here in our WordPress backend, and first we need to go to theme options, and from here we need to go to builder. And this is the place where we can enable Divi Builder on all the post types that we are working on this website. So here we can see we have just added a new post type, that is directory. So we need to enable the Divi Builder on this post type. And after this, we just need to click on Save Changes. So now we can go ahead and create a custom template for our listing page. So for this, we need to go to Theme Builder under Divi, and this is the page where we can create custom layouts and templates for any page of our website. So right now, this is the default template, which is holding our global header, global body structure, and the global footer. And in order to create a new template, we need to add a new template from here. And from this one, we will choose Build New Template. And from here, we can select any page or post type for which we want to create a new template. So from here, we need to scroll down, and we have the directory option here, and we are going to select all directory. And once we select that, just click on Create Template. So we now have a new template for all directory. Now by default, it is going to inherit the same default website template until we click on any of these global header, body or footer and edit that using Divi Builder. So right now, first we go to Add Custom Body because we want to edit the main body part of our listing page. So let's click on this, and once again we are going to click on Build Custom Body. So we are going to build everything from scratch using all the sections modules of Divi Page Builder. So here we are on this blank slate, and now we can start designing our page. So let's say we first start with a section and we choose a single row, and here we are going to add a heading. Now we can go ahead and type any heading here, and that will be visible as the title on the top. But we don't want any static text. We want every time when we open a listing page, our post title should be visible on the top. And for this, we are going to use this dynamic content option. Let's click on this, and we are going to choose the post or the archive title. If we select this, it's going to fetch the post title, or in this case, the property title of our listings. Now we don't see any post title here right now, but once we are done with everything and save this template, we can see the changes in the front end. So let's go ahead and do some more editing here. So we go to Design, and then we have the heading text. We can change the heading style, and let's align it in center. And for the font weight, we are going to choose as bold, and then we will save it. All right. And after this, we are going to add another section. And this time we are going to choose this 2-column layout like this one. And on the right hand side, we are going to choose code module. Let's click on this. And here we are going to enter a shortcode. So let me just go ahead and paste it here. And this is going to create a search form for our listings that our visitors can use to search any type of listing on this directory website. Now you don't have to worry about where to find this shortcode. So here on our blog post, you can see we have mentioned everything step by step. And here is the code which you need to copy. So you are going to find everything in the blog post. So make sure you check out everything. We will link it in the video description below. Now, once that is done, we can now click on Save. And on the left hand side, we first need to add an image module. And once again, we are going to link that to our feature image. So we are going to remove everything from here. And we will choose feature image here. So this is going to fetch the feature image of our listing. So let's save it. And after that, we are going to add another module. Let's search for post content. Let's click on this. and this is going to fetch all the content inside our listing post. So this is how we can use the Divi builder to create a custom template for our listings. Now, I'm sure this one is not the best design, but just wanted to show you the possibilities, how easy it is to create any type of post template using the Divi visual builder. Now once we are done here, we can just simply click on these three dots and click on save. And then we will close this. Let's click on save changes here so that we can save all the template changes that we have made. Let's go ahead and refresh our page once again. And this is how our new listing page looks like. So here on the top, we have the listing title, we have the feature image, and if we scroll down a little bit more, here is the content of our listing with a thumbnail image at the bottom. Now here we can see that we have a thumbnail image here as well, and the details of the listings are on the right hand side, which not looking good here. So for this, we need to come back here in the directory settings. So here is our directory link. Under this we have settings, and if we go in the appearance section and click on images, here we can do all the changes for our images. For example, you can turn on the light box. So if in case you are adding more than one image, then it will show as a light box. And if we scroll down a little bit more, here we have show thumbnail in listing form. So we can select none here and then click on save changes. And now if we refresh this page, our thumbnail is now gone. Now this looks much better. And just to spice it up a little bit more, let's go ahead and add some custom CSS in it. Now, of course, you don't have to do any hand coding. We have done everything for you. So once again, we are going to refer our blog post, and here you will find the CSS that we can use to style our form and the buttons. So let's copy this. And we come back here in our Divi settings. We go to theme options. And if we scroll down, at the very bottom, we have an option for custom CSS. So let's go ahead and paste our CSS here. Let's save changes. And again, if we come back here in the front end, let's refresh it. And this one looks much better now. So this is how our final listing page looks like. Now, just like we added the custom template for our listing page, we can create custom template for our header, footer, and the main body of rest of the website. So if we scroll down here at the bottom of this page, this is the default footer from the Divi theme. So let's go ahead and customize this and make it a little bit better. So if we go on the home page of our website, this was a page we created using the Divi layout library. So if we scroll down at the very bottom, here is the footer that we got from the template itself. So let's go ahead and replace the default Divi theme footer from the template that we have imported. So for that, we need to enable Visual Builder on this page, and then we need to scroll down at the very bottom. And this is the entire section which is holding the complete footer. So on this one, let's click on these three dots, and we have an option for copy section. So let's copy this, and now we can get rid of it. Because once we replace the footer in our template, it's going to reflect on all the pages, and we don't want duplicate footer on our home page. So once we are done with this, let's click on save changes, and then we can exit the visual builder, and let's come back here in our backend, and we go to Divi, and once again we go to theme builder, and this time we are going to select add global footer. Now we are changing the global footer in our default website template. So the changes we made here should reflect on all the pages. So let's click on this, and we are going to choose build global footer. Let's click on again. And this is going to take us again into this blank area where we can do all the designing. So we just right click here and click on paste section. And here we have our footer that we got from the template. And once we pasted this here, we can get rid of this default section. And now we are done with the footer. Let's go ahead and click on save, and let's close this. So here the custom footer, the custom global footer that we have created is now added on the default website template. Along with that, it also got added on our all directory listing page template. So let's go ahead and click on save changes here to save all the changes we made in our theme builder. And now if we go ahead and refresh the front end, So here we have the footer of our home page, which now got updated footer. And if we come back here in our listing page and scroll down at the bottom, we have our new footer here as well. So this is how we can create any type of template using the Divi theme builder. Till now we have covered how amazing and easy it is to use the Divi layout packs to create any kind of page on your website. Now let me show you the power of Divi AI. So let's see how we can create a complete page using Divi AI. And not just that, how about generating some high quality AI images and content using Divi AI? So let's see how it works. So we come back here in our backend, and from pages we go to add new page, and let's call it AI directory, and let's save the draft, and we are going to build it using Divi builder. And just like in the beginning, we again got the three options, but this time we are going to choose build with AI. So let's click on this, and here we need to describe the page that you want to create using the Divi AI. So this is the place where we need to enter our prompt. So let me just enter this simple prompt to create a directory page for a real estate website. And after that, we have an option to add some details about the website. So I'm going to leave it as it is, but you can go ahead and enter the business information here. And after that, we have an option to customize the look and feel of the page. So here we can choose the fonts and the colors for the page that you want to generate using Divi AI. And the best way to go ahead with this is to choose the website defaults. So here we will choose font as website default. Same is here. And same goes for the colors for our website. And by this, we will make sure that all the pages looks consistent in terms of typography and colors. And then we just need to click on generate. And this is going to take a few minutes to generate our complete page with some sample content on it. Alright, so here we have our page generated by Divi AI. And here we have all the font details that the page is using. So we close this. And now we are inside the Divi builder for this page. And if we scroll down, this is how the page looks, which is pretty clean and professional. And as we are in the Divi page builder, we can just simply click on any of these elements and update all the images, text, and whatever information we want. Now all the images that you see on this page are generated by Divi AI. And if in case you want to change any of these images, all we have to do is just click on the image and then go to this cog icon here. And here we can simply remove this and click on the AI icon here to generate a new one. So we click on generate with AI, and here we can choose the image style. So there are a lot of options, but we are going to continue with photo. And then we need to add some image descriptions. So this will be a kind of an image prompt that we need to enter here. And after that, we can also upload a reference image, and then we can decide the size of the image that you want to generate. And we can also give custom size here. Alright, so I'm just going to enter a simple description here and then click on generate, and let's see what it generates. Alright, so here we have our images. So they all look pretty cool, and let's go with this one. So if we click on this, here we can generate 4 more options and simply use this image using this button. Or we can also modify the image that we have just generated. So right now we are going to use this image. So let's click on this button and the image gets updated on the listing. So let's save this. And in the same way, we can generate some text as well. So let's say we want to add some paragraph below this listing. So we go to add another module, and let's say we want to add text. And here we got the sample text by default from the module. But we need to add content using AI. So we're going to click on AI icon here again. We will select Write with AI. And in this window, we need to select the content type first. So we will be choosing paragraph from here. But you can generate a title, button, blog post, and a social media post. So we go with paragraph here. And once again, we need to enter the description of paragraph that you want to enter, or in technical terms, we need to enter the prompt here to generate our paragraph. So let's go ahead and try to enter some sample details here. So we just enter this basic detail here, and below that we have an option for added context. So it's going to take the context from this page, but we can change that from here. And after that, we have a guide me section where we can enter the tone, any specific keyword, or the exact length of our article or the paragraph that we want to generate. Or we can also change the language of the content. We are going to leave everything as it is and then click on generate text. So here we have our sample content generated by Divi AI. So let's click on use it, or we can retry or improve by AI for all these improvement scopes. So let's click on use this for this example. And here we have it, our paragraph generated by Divi AI. So let's save this from here. And then we are going to click on these three dots and then click on publish. And now in order to add our directory listings or anything related to our website directory, we can go ahead and play around with all the shortcodes available with the plugin. So here on the business directory plugin page, you will find a shortcode for many things that you can create. So if you want to add directory listing, there is a shortcode for that. Or if you want to add some specific listings using category or tags, you will have a shortcode for that as well. So using all these shortcodes, you can create a custom page for your website. Now once we are done with creating all the pages content, it's time to extend the functionality of our website. And for that, there are various plugins that you can install. So if your website is built on WordPress and you want to expand the functionality or features on your website, then chances are you will be able to find a plugin for that in the WordPress repository. For example, on your WordPress website, if you are considering organic traffic, then you cannot miss an SEO plugin. And for that, you can use SEO plugins like Rank Math or Yoast. Along with that, you cannot go wrong with a security plugin on your website. So make sure on your website you install a security plugin so that you can protect it from hackers and malwares. And as the time go by, you might be adding a lot of images on your website, maybe on your pages or maybe on the blog post. Then it's very important that you make sure that all the images are not taking too much space on the website server. And to fix that, there are image optimization plugins that you can add on your WordPress website. For example, plugins like EWW and Short Pixels are the plugins that can help you optimize the images that you have uploaded on your WordPress website. But as a rule of thumb, you should always use an image editing application like Canva or Photoshop to optimize your images for website so that you can reduce the burden on your website server and keep your website run smooth for your visitors. And in the end, make sure you always install a backup plugin on your WordPress website using which you can schedule regular backups for your WordPress website, and that backup can be stored in your Google Drive or any remote location online. Now, no matter how good your hosting provider is and how efficient their backup system is, make sure you always have a backup copy in your own hands. So make sure you install plugins like Updraft to take a regular backup of your WordPress website. So this is how you can create your very own online directory website using WordPress and Divi theme. So if you like this video, then make sure you give it a like and share it with your friends and community. And to learn more about WordPress and Divi theme, then make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever we upload our next video. That's it for this one, and I'll see you in the next video.